Nasrin Shahkarami, the mother of the late Nika Shahkarami, has responded to the destruction of her daughter's gravestone in a powerful statement shared on X by Aida Shahkarami, her other daughter. To the cruel bastards, I am speaking to you, you vile, rotten creatures whose stench has polluted the world. You depraved, corrupt minds that thrive on lies, theft, betrayal, debauchery, conspiracy, looting, chaos, assault, murder, and every imaginable form of evil and destruction. You wish to drag the entire world into your filth forever. Yet, despite your despicable accusations born only from your sick and perverse minds, and despite your army of cyber mercenaries and cheap, soulless sellouts, you have failed. You could not corrupt us as you have corrupted yourself. Your desperate efforts have only confirmed Nika's heroism, our truthfulness and integrity, and your own growing disgrace. Now, by shattering Nika's gravestone, you have not diminished her greatness or righteousness. You have merely exposed your own hideous nature and ensured your punishment will be even greater. The day is near when the righteous and honorable people of Iran who record and remember everything will rise to reclaim their destiny and dignity. You will burn alive in the fire of their wrath, and not even your filthy ashes will remain on the face of the earth. You will be eternally cursed as a warning to all. You are nothing but diseased, plague-ridden rats. Soon, wise and powerful lion-hearted men will exterminate you, flushing you into the sewers of history. The world will be cleansed of your vile existence. Asghar Sepehri, the brother of monarchy's political prisoner Fatemeh and Mohammad Hossein Sepehri, announced in a post on X that since his sister's arrest, she has not been granted a single day of leave, not for Nowruz, not for medical treatment, and not even on official holidays. Fatemeh Sepehri, who suffers from a heart condition, is being held in Ward 5 of Vakilabad prison in Mashhad, a ward that, according to informed sources, has horrific conditions. The windows of this ward have been sealed with bricks, and last year, coinciding with the fall of Bashar al-Assad, the ward's door was also completely locked. As a result, there is no ventilation in the space. Additionally, due to a malfunctioning sewage system and a lack of proper maintenance, the ward's sanitary facilities are in an appalling state. The stench from broken flush system fills the air, making it difficult for prisoners to breathe. These dire conditions pose a severe threat to Fatemeh Sepehri's already fragile health. Farzaneh Qare Hasanlu, a political prisoner, has been denied temporary leave despite her deteriorating health and even after the passing of her brother. Asghar Sepehri, the brother of monarchy's political prisoners, stated on X that despite the efforts of Qare Hasanlu's lawyer and her family's readiness to post bail, the request for her leave was rejected by Albor's prosecutor Hassan Madadi, the head of the provincial judiciary Hossein Fazeli Herikandi, and the IRGC intelligence agency. This refusal comes despite the fact that the legal medicine organization had officially confirmed her need for at least 1 month of medical leave following breast tumor surgery. However, even this medical authorization did not result in her temporary release. Furthermore, Farzaneh and her husband Hamid Qare Hasanlu have been denied visitation for over 20 months. Despite the family's willingness to cover all expenses for security personnel to accompany the visit, security agencies and the Karaj prosecutor continue to oppose their meeting. Hamid Qare Hasanlu sent a message to his wife through his family. "It has been too long since I have been away from your enchanting presence. There is no need for words to express how deeply I long to see you. It is no surprise that my heart is breaking from this sorrowful tale, even though I endure it with the patience of a stone. Love's sorrow is a treasure buried beneath the cold. So do not grieve, my dear, if I am left without wealth or power. On April 3rd, around 30 morality enforcers unexpectedly entered the Mahen Mehr shopping complex in the city of Qom. Their sudden and announced presence, aimed at giving religious warnings to shopkeepers and visitors, was met with strong resistance from business owners. According to reports, the shopkeepers, frustrated by such intrusions and pressure, reacted immediately, leading to a violent altercation between them and the enforcers. The confrontation escalated to the point where the shopkeepers managed to severely beat all 30 individuals and forcefully expel them from the complex. A group of Isfahan residents gathered once again along the banks of the Zayanderud River, renewing their call for the river's permanent restoration. The peaceful gathering reflects the ongoing public frustration over the continued mismanagement and diversion of water resources, which has left the once flowing river dry for much of the year. Citizens emphasized the ecological, cultural, and economic importance of reviving Zayanderud, a lifeline for the region that has long been suffering from environmental neglect and policy failures. Contract workers of the Iran Telecommunication Manufacturing Company staged a protest in front of their workplace. They voiced serious concerns over job insecurity and warned of the looming threat of the factory's possible shutdown. The workers say they are owed 5 months' worth of wages and that their previous protest has now escalated into a direct threat to their job stability. Referring to the company's ongoing financial crisis, they expressed the growing difficulty of providing for their families and sustaining their livelihoods. The gathering reflects the deepening frustration of workers facing months without pay, with no clear resolution in sight. Furthermore, veteran employees from Iran Telecommunications Manufacturing Company in Shiraz held a protest in front of the factory. The workers gathered to voice their anger over what they described as unfair dismissals and neglect of their basic rights. They demanded immediate reinstatement and accountability from management for ongoing injustices. The protesting employees declared that their demonstrations will continue until justice is served and their demands are fully addressed. A number of Social Security retirees, teachers, and telecommunications workers held protest gatherings across Iran, voicing their frustration over government inaction regarding their long-standing demands. Protesters called for urgent solutions to their worsening living conditions and demanded an end to systemic injustice. Many carried signs highlighting their struggle with inflation, unpaid pensions, and broken promises, urging authorities to uphold their rights and deliver long overdue reforms. Furthermore, a group of retirees and pensioners affiliated with the Social Security Organization staged a protest in the city of Shush. Gathering in response to the worsening economic situation, they called for immediate increasing to their pensions, which they say no longer cover basic living expenses. Protesters expressed frustration over inflation, rising costs of medicine and essentials, and the government's ongoing neglect of their demands. Workers from the Haft-Tappeh sugarcane complex held a protest over the worsening water crisis affecting their farmlands. They warned that the significant reduction in water allocations from the Khuzestan Water Supply Company is endangering the livelihoods of thousands of families and threatening the entire production cycle. The workers stressed that if the issue remains unresolved, it could lead to devastating consequences for both the agricultural sector and the local economy. Bakers in Kermanshah staged a protest in front of the provincial governor's office, voicing frustration over worsening economic conditions, rising operational costs, and government inaction. Criticizing the government's economic policies, the bakers called for immediate attention to the state of bread production and their deteriorating livelihoods. They also warned that if their demands continue to be ignored, they will hold coordinated protests across the country on Wednesday, April 9th, in front of local governorate and union offices.